Yo, good morning. What's going on, guys? I haven't really made a video in the past few days. I honestly didn't have many things to talk about. I haven't been making a lot of trades. Um, I've just kind of been, sitting on my hands watching this play out. In my last video, I spoke about how I think the market is going to go lower, and I thought there was going to be a nice correction forming, and I think that's finally happened. I do think there is a chance that we go slightly lower. Maybe, I mean, I don't have a technical or anything. I don't really do that, but just sentiment. I know it's at all-time lows. This might have been the bottom for price action for Bitcoin, but I do think somewhere in this range is definitely possible. I do plan on buying some more Bitcoin around this time for like a long-term portfolio. But other than that, I've just been sitting on my hands. I I'm kind of too scared to, touch any meme coins right now. It kind of seems like that's over. And with Solana just dumping so hard with Bitcoin, it just hasn't really seemed worth it. And so everything's just way too volatile right now. I mean, we are seeing a nice like recovery, but I would rather just wait until the next meta appears to, risk my capital. So as far as the on chain trading things are going, I'm not touching anything. I'm just sitting on my hands. But I do think the bottom is close, if not already happened at the 85,000. I do think for a medium to long term strategy, getting some more exposure to Bitcoin here could really pay off. But which is what I'm planning on doing. I do feel underexposed to Bitcoin compared to all other assets. So I think this is a good time for me to accumulate just a little bit more, and then we'll see how that plays out. If we go lower, I'll keep accumulating. If we go higher, I'll just ride that until I think we approach the top around 150 to 200K, which is, kind of my target somewhere way up here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. There is a tweet that I thought was pretty interesting that I wanted to speak on. So I was watching a Miles video last night just to sort of like get some intel on the market. I don't really follow any of these YouTubers trades. Like if they say, "Oh, this is a good idea," like you should start looking into this coin and getting this coin or getting a position in this coin. I don't really like to listen to other influencers and buy after they've already bought. I'd rather just watch things for like macro information and knowledge, and then do my own research and make my own decisions accordingly. But that being said, I do watch a lot of crypto YouTubers. I do think the content is very entertaining. But this leads me into his post, which he brought up the other day, which is the launch of Pump Fund directly correlated to the destruction of the altcoin market and Bitcoin versus Bitcoin. And I think this is completely true. I think, we've seen this hyperbolic move of meme coins the past 6 months or so, all of that being from Pump Fund. And I was speaking about this with some friends the other day as well, where most on-chain ecosystems or companies like a Jupiter or a Radium or whatever, for example, typically they hold the the main chain's tokens. So like, Jupiter's on Solana. It wants to support Solana because it's a application on that chain, and so Jupiter will keep, a good position of Solana in their treasury. However, with Pump Fund, it was just pure extraction, right? It was Pump Fund dumping their Solana profits into USDC at the tune of hundreds of millions at every chance they could get. They don't care whether it's, if they're on Solana or not, or what chain they're on. They just want the USD profit, which, that's their choice. It's a free market, but I do think that is a bigger net negative on the ecosystem than other projects also on Solana. So just something I was thinking about. I think just all the retail losing money on Pump Fund, and also the fact that Pump Fund was just liquidating tons and tons of Solana, definitely shortened the lifespan of the broader alt season. I don't think we're going to have this typical broad-based alt season that many people talk about and reminisce on from previous cycles. I think it's going to be a select few altcoins that really outperform, and I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that they would have been way better off just sitting, holding BTC. So you have to be very, very careful with your picks and make sure not to overcomplicate it. Pick the ones that are showing tons of interest, and whenever they do multiples, take your profit, right? Don't just sit on the bag thinking it's going to go 100x when it's already gone 10x, right? Make sure to cover yourself, cover your positions, make sure you can ride free, risk free whenever possible. That's my strategy, and it's worked well for me. All the crypto I currently have is risk free. I've taken plenty of profit, but just a little rant. I also think another reason for the lack of an alt season, similar to what Miles was talking about as well in his video, I think the Bitcoin ETF is a massive reason for why you're going to see Bitcoin keep outperforming majority of all the alts in the market. So in previous cycles, prior to the ETF, you had people buying Bitcoin on chain or on decentralized or centralized exchanges, right? People had their money, they had to literally put it in crypto to then get Bitcoin, which is always everyone's favorite asset. But once they realized a bunch of money from profits of Bitcoin, doing 10, 20x per cycle, you would then see, because their money's already essentially on chain or on an exchange that you can easily swap to a different asset in crypto, you would see that rotation of liquidity from the profit taking into further down the risk curve and buying alts. However, with this ETF now, it's in traditional finance, it's in these institutions where you're not able to buy other assets. So what will happen is people will take their profits on Bitcoin, and then they'll have their cash, their USD, in their money market account, in their Fidelity account or whatever account they're using to buy their Bitcoin ETFs. They'll swap that for USD, take their profit, and then they'll put it, instead of having to take it out and then transfer it to Coinbase or wherever they want to buy their crypto from, they'll just keep it in their money market account and then buy stocks with it or something instead. So you're seeing the liquidity rotation from Bitcoin into, traditional finance institution money market accounts, from Bitcoin back into traditional finance stocks. So it's a big part of why I don't think you'll see this altcoin cycle like previous altcoin cycles, is because you have to be so much more purposeful in your decision and moving your money in order to get these other crypto assets. Whereas before, your money was already sitting in these exchanges or on your wallet, and you would just easily swap back and forth, right? So just something to cover, just some thoughts I've had the past few days, and I thought it was kind of important to get out. I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe you guys already think this, already know this, I don't know. But it was just something interesting and something I wanted to talk about today. So I'm just going to keep watching the market. I'll provide another update tomorrow. Hopefully I have another fun topic to talk about. But yeah, just my thoughts. If you guys are feeling bad about this market crash, which I'm sure a lot of you are, just hang in there. We're in a downtrend right now, but what's a couple percent between friends? So it'll be all right. Well, keep your head high and expect to bounce soon, I would say. So yeah, that's all I have. Take it easy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.